going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel. Farm some news, baby. FarmSomeNews.com. Today we have 73 mods on the testing list. With all those 8 mods were released today. An accidental game patch was released yesterday for some players. It's Fact Sheet Friday. Farming Simulator and Giant Software are heading to Seattle. It's also Farm Sim Show Podcast Day. Let's go. And we got 8 modders to talk about, including updates to Bullet Bill's next map. Let's check it out. Starting off with the mods in testing, today we have 73 mods on the list. 57 of those are in Stage 1 or PC testing, and 16 are in Stage 2 or console testing. Some notable mods in PC testing include Envira Farm, Excavator Tool Pack, and the Case H Axleflow 088 series. Also in PC testing, we have the Great Pumpkin, the Good Times Farm, Hydraulic Bollard, and Global Explorer. Rounding out PC testing, we have the Steiger Series 4 Lizard 60, American Shed with Lounge, very cool, Split Mountain Ranch, Volvo WIA, oh yeah, it's in testing, Welcome Farm Shed Pack, and American Falls. Jumping down to console mods in testing, we have the Cowshed Pack, Small Flatbed Auto-Loading Trailer, and Old Repair Ramp. And rounding out console testing, we have Agricultural Plank, Plus Lexian 8900 5300, John Deere 9000 I Series, Mower for Skid Steer Loaders, and Pack for Irish Round Sheds. With all that being said, we still have 124 mods sitting waiting to be tested, and the current average waiting time of newly submitted mods is about 6 work days. In addition to the mods and testing, 8 new and updated mods were released today on the in-game mod hub. I have already made a video showcasing these, so you can find that link below. If you are using Game Pass or Microsoft Store versions of Farming Simulator 22 on PC, you may have noticed that your game updated yesterday to version 1.11, which Giant Software say was ahead of schedule, probably going to release next week before the DLC. Since not everyone has version 1.11 yet, it was causing some issues with multiplayer and players were not able to join each other with different versions of the game. However, Giants have resolved the issue and your games should have reverted back to 1.10 earlier this morning. So if you are using Game Pass or Microsoft Store versions of Farm Sim 22 on PC, make sure that you log in today to revert your game back to 1.10. That way you don't have any issues. Today is Friday, and we've got our second set of fact sheets for the Horsch AgroVation pack releasing next week on Tuesday, July 25th, 2023 for all platforms. Since I have already released my DLC preview this morning, we will not go into detail in the fact sheets, although you can check them out for yourself to get a closer look at each piece of equipment. If you'd like to do that, you can pause the video. Otherwise, make sure that you see the video that I did release earlier showcasing everything with that Horsch AgroVation pack. That way you know exactly what to expect when it drops on Tuesday. This will be the third DLC of year number 2 and brings us 14 new machines and tools as well as a new map. The pack is also included in the year 2 season pass, so if you have that, you will not need to buy or pre-order the DLC. You could just download it next Tuesday. However, if you would like to pre-order the Horsch AgroVation pack, buy the year 2 season pass, or get the game for the first time on PC, check the description for links to all of those and make sure you use the code DjGoHam when you do. That does go to help support the channel at no additional cost to you. And if you have any questions at all about the new Horsch AgroVation pack, please post those down in the comments below. Farming Simulator and Giant Software are heading to PAX West in Seattle, Washington from September 1st through the 4th this year. It can be found at booth 856. If you do attend, you'll also have the opportunity to meet myself, Farmer Cop, and probably a few others as well. So don't wait, grab your tickets now if you're going to be in the area, and we'll see you guys there. And since today is Friday and I'm back in the States, that must mean one thing. The Farm Sim Show is making its return. Today we're going to be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, and 8 p.m. UK time. Myself and Clutch Simulations will be talking about the new Horsch Pack DLC, PAX West, and of course, we're going to talk about all the stuff that happened while I was in Europe, so make sure you don't miss that. I'm sure there's some good stories. Making our way over to Modern News, and we start with Bullet Bill, who talks about their map, Herefordshire, which will have a complete railway network on it, stretching across the map, complete with bridges over and under the railway. The trains will also be fully drivable with fully animated and brand new modeled UK leveling crossings. Not only do the barriers light up with sound effects on these, but they also have an animated wobble when raising or lowering. That's so cool. Additionally, he has created some hilltop and mountain moorland areas and some common lands, and it's very hard to get looking right as there isn't much detail in real life in these areas, so it's very easy to make the area look empty and boring, and well, that's not his MO. So instead, he had to create that wild look and add even small details that you would never see. Bullet Bill used to be one of the biggest names in modding and mapping in Farming Simulator, even created Lone Oak back in Farm Sim 17 if you remember that map, so it is really good to see him back. Next up, Sid Modding showcases more screenshots from his Gleaner S9 combine for all platforms. He is currently looking for real pictures of the technical stickers and information on the combine to use in his mod, so if you have access to these, make sure to hit him up by email and marketing@sid3d.com. Hispano Modding shows off the latest progress on his Citroen HY truck, aka the Lizard HY truck. This is the first update that we've gotten since earlier this week, or maybe even late last week. It says the only thing left to do is the rear, which is already halfway done, just done off screen, and then the interior will need to be done, and then it's all finished up. It's quite simple. Very cool to see the modeling process on this truck so early on, and I really can't wait to see the final product. Next, Rawson Mods is back working on his JCB22X excavator and says that it's going through internal testing right now with his testers, and he expects the mod to be submitted for testing for all platforms shortly. Hopefully that means very soon. This is the first time that we've seen any progress or updates on it since late May earlier this year, and it is great to see it almost done. If you've had any issues with the most recent update to FarmMod TV's Police Pickup, they say to delete the mod and then re-download it, as this seems to solve any issues with the latest update. That being said, it has been over 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks since that update was released. However, this is the first time that I'm seeing anything about it. It's the first time that they have mentioned anything about it. So just in case you're still having problems, I wanted to let you all know. Next up, 4D Modding are making great progress on their Krone Easy Cut 3201 CV model, saying that it is ready for hydraulics and textures. They still don't have any platform information yet on this, although I would guess it'll probably release on their website for PC players first, and then they will update any bugs that need to be done and submit that for all platforms on ModHub. This is one more mod that I'm really looking forward to. And Modding is updating their Bunning MK4 Mark IV Lowlander manure spreader to correct a few minor issues that were reported, as well as adding some new features like more color options and wider wheel configurations. The Lizard version for console players is also finished, and he says that both are ready for testing with Giants. So cool. And lastly today, there's another mod that's almost ready for testing, the Farmtech TDK 1500 trailer from WolfX Modding. Here we can see them going through some in-game tests with the trailer, doing logging, as well as carting for chaff. Very cool trailer, and I can't wait to see it in our mod folders. And I bet you couldn't wait to see what the silverware segue to the outro would be today. It's a riddle. What is more useful when it's broken? Well, an egg, of course. However, what's useless no matter what? It's K-Bot. Boom, roasted. Just like every episode of Farm Sim News, links to everything we talked about today can be found in the description, and you can check out this entire video in the form of a news article if you want to read everything of FarmSimNews.com, and that is thanks to Yoast Modding. Remember, there are no release dates for mods, so no one knows when any mod's going to be released, and no one knows, hey, where's that thing? And if it didn't talk about something that you want to know about, that just simply means that there's no new information on that topic at the time of recording this video. So if there's something you would like to see covered in a future Farm Sim News video, hey, let me know down in the comment section below, and make sure you stay tuned to the channel for updated information on everything that you need to know about going on in the world of Farming Simulator. Well guys, that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it, get subscribed to the channel if you're new, join the GoHam fam, make sure those notification bells are on as well. That way you never miss daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel. That being said, hope you have a great day and a great weekend. We will see you later. Peace. Dude, I am so happy to be back. I am so happy to be back to normal. And I'm so happy that today is podcast day. Let's do it.